What's up, everybody? My name is Skooch, and welcome back to Dream Daddy. Holy moly, it has been like 5 days since I've recorded the last episode of this, and that is a while. I'm sorry about that. Last week was pretty congested when it comes to my schedule. So without further ado, let's jump right in. And the only two we haven't dated is Hugo and Robert. Still don't want to talk to Robert because he made things weird at the barbecue, so let's talk to Hugo. Hugo Vega, middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholarly articles on 18th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you're on here to tell me that my son put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know and I'm sorry. On a Friday night, you are most likely to brew some strong tea and paint my miniatures. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? A Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust. What are your turn-ons? Muscles. Wow, as a guy who likes a lot of literature, that is a very shallow turn-on, my friend. What did you want to be when you grow up? Movie star. What's your favorite movie genre? Documentaries on art history. What's your ideal date? Each of us read a different book on opposite sides of the couch in comfortable silence. What do you never leave home without? My glasses. Actually, I forget them at home a lot. I spend a lot of time thinking about, how do you forget your, shouldn't you notice? I spend a lot of time thinking about, I worry that people who are against e-readers are more in love with the idea of books than actually reading them. Wow, that is a good fear. That's a good fear, Hugo. You get a brownie point for that one, sir, because I know a lot of people who are like that, and it is not a good thing. I navigate to Hugo's dad book page and type out a message. Hey, Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Want to hang out sometime? I wait a few minutes before the computer dings. I'm so glad he messaged me, and I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favor to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come and replace them? Uh-oh. I think about it for a moment. I completely understand if you don't want to or can't make it, but I'm going to be honest with you here. It's the middle school class. I need as much help as I can get. I think about it for a moment. Man, there's a lot of screaming kids that I'd be accounting for. And they're in middle school, arguably the worst age to be. Yeah, middle schoolers are a little rough. Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, how was middle school for you? Bad, but nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible. Everyone sucks. No self-awareness. It's just a bunch of hormonal teenagers locked in a gross old building for 40-plus hours a week, doing long division and starting fights over, I don't know, pizza day? Top 40s pop? Yeah, that sounds about right, I guess. Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. What was your middle school experience like? I didn't like it. I thought it was fine. Middle school was okay. Nah, I didn't like it. I had my first crush in middle school, and I'm still bitter about it. Alexis Stuggs. You hurt me, and I'll never forget. What'd she do to you? I stare off into the middle distance, remembering the 24 hours that we dated and the 3 times we held hands between class periods. Then I remembered the bitter betrayal. Her leaving me for Arnold Birmingham. Him making me eat dirt in front of her. Whoa, that's dark. I don't want to talk about it. See, middle schoolers are reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. Just wanted to know what I was in for. You're going to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? Oh, you get to go to the aquarium. Are you kidding me? Whoopsie daisy. The last field trip I got to go on was to the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. Oh, is that why you don't eat clam chowder anymore? No, it's because Bobby Wellingham threw up in one of the vats of clam chowder and I'm the only one who saw it happen. It haunts me. Ew. Right, let's leave that story firmly in the past. Anyway, you should just do it. Mr. Vega sounds like he could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with cool fish. Amanda, I get kind of weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. That's true. In real life, the ocean makes me nervous as well. What are you worried about? That a whale is going to pop out of the touch tank and swallow you whole? Don't you put fear in my heart. Whales don't swallow big things, right? They eat plankton? I don't know, I could be wrong. Well, do they have penguins there? Yes, they have penguins there.
All right.
Then it's settled. Penguins outweigh fear of ocean. I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I hang out. I gotta head out to the aquarium to watch kids. I arrive at the aquarium to find that the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddle around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end. Hugo jogs up to me, looking frazzled. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo!
I don't know.
I don't know. It's been a debacle this morning. We're short-handed and most of the kids won't stop screaming, as I'm sure you know is the case with all middle schoolers. I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar.
Oh.
Oh. Great. Well, it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here. 10 isn't so bad, right? I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with chaperoning kids. Hugo walks over to a gaggle of preteens. Who else? Is gaggle a term? Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who all are sitting on the ground playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start.
Oh.
Can you guys put your phones away? All of the kids look up for a moment and stare at Hugo. Then they go back to texting. At least they're quiet? Too quiet. These guys are up to something. I can feel it. There's no way. They're too busy thinking about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school, after all. Oh, Skooch. We'll see. I don't know. They do seem like they're up to something. What if they're all texting in a group chat to come up with a sick prank against us chaperones? The classes start filing into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive stapled packets of papers to each kid. These are due at the end of field trip. Yes, this will be for a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. These kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet? Honestly, it's just busy work so that the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asked them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. Come to think of it, that used to happen on my field trips. That's genius. Teacher hacks. I like that. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books? We just did a unit on the old man in the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays. It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal selection of tropical fish. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments while they text, Hugo and I wander over to a large tank with brightly colored fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with long spines. That right there is a lionfish. Did you know that their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size? I know about lionfish. Fun fact, when I was in college, one of the jobs I took was I was working at an exotic fish factory, and I had to deal with lionfish and stonefish and a bunch of other fish all the time. We even had stingrays and baby sharks. It was pretty crazy. I would never go back because sometimes they would make me work 16 hours a day, and it was the worst experience of my life. Anyways, that's right. That right there is a lionfish. They also have like these little spines that stick out of them, and they are poisonous, and they could really hurt you. At least that's what I was told. I should have probably looked it up, but I'm pretty sure they're poisonous, and I'm pretty sure those spines hurt. Anyways. Whoa.
Hey.
Their spines are venomous too. Ha-ha! Skooch was right. Nature is hardcore. You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, grumping-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of their tank. That's a stonefish! I know about this one too! We had stonefish. So a stonefish is known as a stonefish because they wash up on shore on beaches, and then they just kind of sit there, and if you step on them, then they stab you in the foot, and then it's very venomous. It's such a normal thing in Australia, I think. I could be wrong here. It's such a normal thing in Australia that in those little lifeguard towers near the beach, they have the antidote on hand all the time because there's so many stonefish that you have to deal with, because in Australia, just about everything is trying to kill you. That's a stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world. And they just keep it here? Oh, they're relatively harmless so long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them? Tissue necrosis. Cool. Nature is wild. Wow, I didn't think that my knowledge of exotic fish would ever come in handy. At least I got to put it in a Let's Play for 2 seconds. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Hey, see that fish over there? That one? Yeah, that's the humphead wrasse. Humphead wrasse is this guy, right? Am I wrong? Is this the humphead? I don't know. Humphead wrasse. Yeah? Did you know that paranormal fish trivia, psychiatric fish trivia, political fish trivia? This is the only species of fish known to develop clinical depression? Wait, are you serious? Absolutely not. I'm playing it for the gag here. Ha! Good one. Yes, it worked. Ha-ha. We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around in a massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. God dang kids. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who started fighting over a Capri Sun. I walk around the room reading the tiny little blurbs about different fish swimming inside of the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripples in water cast blue moving shadows across his face. For someone surrounded by angry hormonal preteens, he looks completely peaceful. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. Ooh, get to be a creep for a second. Wow. Oh. I walk over to join him. Beautiful, isn't it? I'd rather stare at you. Oh! We can learn a great deal from Mother Ocean. Are those two sharks kissing? I'd rather stare at you. I don't know how into straightforwardness he is, so let's just try it out. We can learn a great deal. He's a learner. We can learn a great deal. A great many mysteries lie in the ocean. It truly is fascinating to be able to observe it in a setting such as this. That's a very astute point, Skooch. Yes, that was a good one. I got eggplants in that one. I'm doing great. Anyways, we stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. We eventually make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing that kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. Sea urchins scare the shit out of me, by the way. They have an eyeball on them, and they're just a ball of spikes. They are fresh out of nightmares. I freaking hate them. Look it up. I stand around the edges of the tank and keep a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moistured hands. Hugo rolls up his sleeve and sticks his hand in the water. Don't you want to pet some rays, Skooch? Oh, I think I'm good. I think I should stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Come on, it'll be fun and informative. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of those things are, but I get the feeling they will probably bite me in my delicious hands if given the chance. My delicious hands. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their barbs removed. The horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones and the anemones are perfectly safe to touch. Against my better judgment, I approach the tank. Slowly dipping my hand in the cold water, I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See? Not so bad. It feels like fun, slimy leather. Things get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right? Fear is lack of knowledge. That is a quote I learned in middle school, ironically. I dive my hand back into the touch tank with a renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard carapace of a horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. I pull away, blushing. Hugo smiles at me. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Sorry, I just get a little carried away sometimes. Wait, that girl over there looks suspicious. Why's that? Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on. Susan, get back here! She stole fish! Hugo runs after a middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit. Wanna tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Wanna tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think he might need a bad cop. Look, kid, we don't have time for games here. I'm not afraid to hit a child. All right, let's not do bad cop. And that's an easy 5 to 10 in the clink. We don't have time for it. Let's do an easy 5 to 10. I had a bud go down for that once. He came out a changed man. Said he missed the bars. You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do. Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time, we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. It lands with a wet slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move. Hugo leans down and unzips the bag. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back in the tank. She gives us a disapproving look. Jesus, Susan, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. To where? Outside? Where he's gonna die? Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, and hands where we can see them. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder. Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here. Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of smaller tanks. Sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surrounds us. Look over here. Hugo points at some seahorses gathered at the bottom of a tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth. Oh, God. That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey, kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A low murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phones.
Oh.
Fun fact, male seahorses can even give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. Man, we thought we had it hard.
Oh.
I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years too. All, however, many thousand of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo.
Oh.
It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. I completely agree. I like Hugo's mindset. I didn't think I would like him at all, but I kinda do. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. We'll get there. We finally make our way over to my favorite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Do we get to see the penguins? Yes, we get to see the penguins. Hell yes. Hell yes! Our group of kids runs around the exhibits. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puppet enclosure, trying to get their attention. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad.
Sweet Manchego.
Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. Oh my god! There's a student in the penguin enclosure! Wait! Just kidding, it's very bad! Is that one of ours? It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. I look over to the penguin and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. Over on this side of the enclosure, I see the door to the exhibit ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We gotta stop her before the staff sees and bans our school for life. Hugo looks around. I'll create a distraction. Hugo runs toward the puppet exhibit and addresses the entire room. Everybody, I have an announcement. The whole room turns towards Hugo. Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins. Everybody just stares at Hugo, confused. Well, this is my shot. I run into the enclosure and am greeted by a cold blast of air. Psst! Hey! The girl whips around and looks at me. Her nose is pink from the cold. You can't be in here! Neither can you! I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy I end up slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me. Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So, I can understand some confusion as to when we're discussing the birdness of penguins. The crowd is still somehow enraptured. Kid! What are you even doing? I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom. Where are they even going to go to? They're gonna live in my closet. Look, I just don't even have time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here. Not until I save a penguin. Little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. With some exceptions. So they don't all live in cold climates, if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention that they don't fly? The crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. Lay down the law. Try to relate to her. Bribe her. I will give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay. Well, give it to me right now. I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well I have 12 and some change. Also, there's a button here. Is that enough? Pay me the other 8 later and we have a deal. We move to shake on our arrangement before I suddenly realize that there's a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're gonna have to block these birds. Oh, a minigame! Oh, shit!
Block that bird.
How do I do that? Not today, young man. Bow! Oh, no! Oh, one of them got out! Get out of here, you stupid! Get out of here, you freaking penguins! I don't have time for all y'all! Get! Where did I even get this hand cannon? Stay back! I'm warning you! Don't you come near this door! I'm trying to save you from a middle schooler's closet! Do you not understand? Oh, nice. I bribed her and I closed the enclosure. Okay, one of them got out. Only one of them. I could have sworn I saw one of them get out. But I guess not. Yes! Woo! Glad that's over. Just in time, too. Looks like Hugo is wrapping up about his diversionary penguin speech. And that's why I think that penguins are one of the best animals in the world. A few people in the audience clap out of a sense of duty. Everybody starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over. Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that the penguins can only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have had a dead penguin on your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts. No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me $8.
Whoa.
What? I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan, I suppose, so that they can compare animal thief notes. You're not off the hook, Molly. Skooch, did you just bribe a child? I bribed a child. You can't play by the rules when there's penguins on the line. You can't play by the rules when there's penguins on the line. Listen, man, we've all done dark things in our lives. I'm not the young, bright-eyed youth I used to be. That person believed in a world where you wouldn't have to bribe children to save a penguin. The me today knows different. I only wish I could go back. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop, and we make our way back to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium, the kids load onto the buses. Hugo pulls me aside. Hey, Skooch. Thank you so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun. Let me take you out next time to make it up to you. You like cheese boards? I fucking love cheese boards. I'm all about cheese boards. There's nothing on earth more satisfying than a good cheese board. Great! Well, I gotta go make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around. See you around, Hugo. I walk inside to find my house empty. I wonder where the panda's at. Before I know it, Amanda pops in through the front door. What you up to tonight? Just doing some homework. How was the aquarium? It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin. We've all been there. I had to run in and grab her before any of the employees saw. You got to go into a penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us? Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend some time with Hugo, though. I'm surprised he helped complete a cover-up. Okay, I'm surprised he helped complete a cover-up. He's usually kind of a what? Kind of a stick in the mud? He's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. All right, too much adventure for me today. I'm gonna go rest my eyes. You mean take a nap? There's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father. What'd I get? What did I get? Did I get an S? Yes!
That was so good you gave me goosebumps.
That wasn't a joke. I thought it was going to be a joke. All right.
Welcome.
All right.
got
Time to
that.
save the game. Bazzow. Just like that, we're done with our second to last first date. And then, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to try to get as far as I can with all of them. But I do want to see how far I can get with Damien. So maybe max out the 3 dates on him and then Craig. And then I think I'll be done with this game. If you guys really want more, obviously I'll do it. But for now, that is how I feel. Regardless, thank you for watching this video. Sorry for being gone for 3 or 4 days. I'll make it up to you guys somehow. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. If you liked this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, or do whatever you can to remind me that I'm awesome, because I think that you're awesome and you have an awesome face, and I hope you have an awesome day. Until the next episode, I will see you again. Also, I saved a penguin today, so I gotta pat myself on the back.